Check, check. All righty. Oh, that sound, the sweet music. The buzzer closing out the warm-up period as we see the pucks being picked up off of the ice. Getting set for an exciting U19 matchup between NAHA, that's North American Hockey Academy, and Stanstead College out of Quebec. Canada and America out on the ice as we enter evening programming on JWHL YouTube channel. My name's Glenn Burnett with the play-by-play and color commentary. So good to be here. So glad you'd have me here in the famed Herb Brooks Arena in Lake Placid, the Olympic Center, the living hockey museum, as it were, as we get a look in at Stanstead gathered around their net and netminder. We're getting set for a 4:15 puck drop. We're going to go backwards in time 5 minutes. Call it the Saturday the 14th Freaky Friday Hot Tub Time Machine. We're going to get this off on time. Right now, I'm looking at 4:20 p.m. on my laptop, and, well, we were going to drop it 5 minutes ago. So travel with me back in time for a moment. Entertain me as we get set. I'll point you in the direction of the resources where you can follow all of the game action. JWHL.org. JWHL.org. And we've got a very quick penalty upcoming. We do like the excitement of early penalties. Within 18 seconds of the opening face-off, we got a body checking penalty. NAHA, that's a big no-no as we see Carmichael. We've seen Carmichael in a couple of games already this weekend. Carmichael will be in the box for 2 minutes, unless otherwise noted. As Stanstead will look to capitalize on this power play opportunity.
She receives 2 minutes for body checking. Time of 18 seconds. The first period.
So we see McPhee out on the ice for Stanstead. We covered Stanstead early yesterday as they took on the Washington Pride in the opener, as this is played in the near side corner. McPhee trying to get it across on the other side of the blue line, unable to do so, as this is played up ahead, and a little shove there given by Bauer. Played out to the far side, held in at the point, chipped across, and here's McPhee, top of the face-off circle. Ooh, and just missed that one on the far side post. We'll see if McPhee can do another shot, as this is going around the horn now from the right wing side and mishandled, unable to reclaim it. Those unforced errors there will be costly. 35 seconds remaining in the Stanstead power play. Played up ahead to Bouchard. Bouchard facing pressure as this is taken away by Cohen. Reclaimed by Stanstead, and that'll be offsides. And so a couple of little things that need to be tweaked for Stanstead to be successful. Part of it is holding on to possession of the puck. And the other part is being on the right side of the line when the puck is crossing. Stepping in for the face-off for Stanstead is Tremblay. And we've got a bunch of French names on the Stanstead side. We had a chance to meet with coach and one of the players yesterday ahead of game time. That clack, clack, clack means someone's coming out of the box. From the corner as we go to full strength, 5-on-5. As Farrell comes in from the bench, chasing back his peon. And an opportunity here. Close call as Naha almost put one in the bucket. As this is played up across the center stripe, Stanstead now in on the offense. Little toe drag attempt, losing an edge. And now here's Naha. Plenty of defensive presence. Played up to the top of the slot. And it's been possession trading for these first several minutes. 16 and a half to go in this first period. 3.5 gone by. And it looks like nobody has registered a shot on goal. Angle pass, trying to get that slip. Just couldn't get that on the stick. As this is played down to the corner. Gallagher on the ice battling at the end boards. As they continue to stick around at it, finally poked out. Naha comes away with it. And now a pile up at the blue line as this is chipped back into the Naha zone. Played up ahead, and this is gathered by McPhee, sent across the way to Malloy. And we're still trying to sort things out. Delayed penalty upcoming. As Sheehan raced out of the net on the delayed penalty call. Once again, starting in net for Naha is number 33, Sheehan. On the opposite end of the ice, that's Julien Tremblay. We've got two forwards also going by the Tremblay name. The two forwards are sisters. It's Maxime and Rosalie. Battling in the near side corner is Naha on the power play. And so Moseley will sit for 2 minutes as Naha playing from behind the net. Working out through the defensive zone. Angle pass up to the left wing side. Centering pass. And now Bauer from the left point will pinch down, trading places. As this is sent up to the point again. Here's Bauer from the top middle. Shot deflected up into the glass. And this comes around towards the point area. An opportunity for Stanstead to kill off some more time. As that's Tremblay, the Rosalie variety, coming in and pressuring the puck handler. That's Keller, number 28. Handing off the puck to Carmichael. Naha played in the only overtime game that I've seen this weekend. I don't know if there were any that occurred while I wasn't here. We covered 5 games yesterday. One of them went to overtime, 5-minute sudden death. Made it almost all the way through 5 minutes. Now, speaking of that overtime, Carmichael was featured in the opening lineup as they were skating 3-on-3. Played out across the low slot. 15 seconds remaining on the Stanstead penalty kill. Chasing in is LaBreche. As this is picked up by Fredrickson. And now clack, clack, clack went the goaltender as we go back to full strength. 5-on-5 on the ice as Taylor at the half wall, crashing down to pick up possession. And now here's an opportunity for Naha, sending one up ahead to Bajarski. And now picked up by Stanstead. Borg on the left side, check that. That's Arsenault. Roaming around the half wall area. Shot through traffic as that's stopped by Dempsey. Dempsey getting in the shooting lane. And now racing up ahead, and a tough call here as Tremblay trying to ease out of the crease area to grab the slipping puck. And in the mix-up here, Stanstead draws an interference call. And so Blanchette will go to the box for 2. 12:39 remaining first period action. We're scoreless here and almost shotless in Lake Placid, as Naha has gotten 2 shots off, and that's it.
She receives 2 minutes for interference. Time of 7:21. First period. Blanchette interference at 7:21.
As we get a look at Naha's production while they're on the power play. Keller has 5 points this weekend, 3 goals, 2 assists. And Devlin, number 3, has a pair of goals. These are some of the characters that will play an integral part in this game. We'll also see the likes of Cohen, Fredrickson, and Farrell. Bajarski has a goal and an assist over the span of the weekend. We'll see some action out of Gallagher, Tulloch, Scharfman. As Naha exiting the defensive zone. Here's Carmichael, drop pass. It's Taylor, number 11, helping out in the corner. A little shove there. We mentioned that it does get physical. They're not allowed to body check, but they do body up a little bit. As this is taken from Tulloch, shot in on net, dispatched. And that one will go down the length of the ice. Coming out of the net to retrieve the puck is Sheehan. Played from behind the net, out to the corner, and we're at full strength, 5-on-5. Angle pass across that blue stripe, just a little bit off the mark, as Stanstead was looking to put on a rush. Played from the half wall. It's Gallagher pressuring. We see Moseley out on the ice now. This is played around to Hughes. Hughes sends it down into the corner. And they continue to battle. Up along the end wall. We're trying to see some movement here. Scoreless once again. Under 10 minutes remaining, so we're past the midway point of the period. A backhanded toss rises up into traffic. As this is tossed down, a foot race, and that'll make it down for icing. What happens with icing? Well, I'll tell you what happens with icing, since it is such an important part of the game. The referee picks up the puck and skates to the opposite end of the ice and gets ready to drop it for a face-off. and now you know hockey. As this is played down in the low slot area. Well played by LaBreche. Able to clear that away from front of the net area. Veering out, that's Tremblay on the right wing side. And we get an offsides. 8:56 remaining, first period action. Glenn Burnett with the play-by-play and color commentary. Apparently some folks out there are listening and viewing. You can find me on LinkedIn, Burnett. Not a doctor, not a horse. Played down to the goal line with heavy pressure oncoming. Played around to Taylor. As this one goes wiggling its way down the ice. Gathered up by Malloy. Malloy avoiding the poke check. Losing the puck to her teammate. Ultimately progressing into the offensive zone is Arsenault on the left wing side. And close call there. The angle on that pass across from point to point. And there is your icebreaker, folks. We saw the signal from the official. Well, maybe he was just impressed by it. I saw that hand go out there. Big save there for Sheehan. Close call as we saw things stirred up there. I'll tell you what, I'll have to get my hand signals refreshed, but I thought I saw that, the signaling of one can wish, right? And so we face off to Sheehan's left side. Folks, did we say icebreaker? Nope. No icebreaker yet. Not yet. We're getting close, though. You feel that surface tension is mounting. Something's got to give. Chasing back is Dempsey. Dempsey with pressure from behind. Played to the near side half wall. That'll be chucked back into the Naha zone. As LaBreche pressuring down below the goal. And a nice little poke check. And between both of these teams, they are putting up quite the defensive fits. And now played below the goal line. Wrapped around to the near side. Johnson forcing it deep into the zone. Missing the connection there. Just as Cantor was crashing down in the slot area. Played up ahead. A stepped pass, if you will. Shot. Paddle save. As this is played back into the corner. Cantor again battling behind the net. Now played up towards the half wall. Johnson gets a shot up high and wide. Played from the half wall on the far side. Chipped up, and Naha with an opportunity. From just below the top of the circle, loose out in front. And a big break here for Stanstead. And that'll be blown dead. As we take a look at the standings in the 19U division. Balmoral Hall completed the trifecta, going undefeated 3-0, and so they stay atop the standings. Currently, as it stands, Northwood School with their victory in a previous game 2 games ago, is now in second place over the weekend with a 2-1 record. Naha with an opportunity to join Northwood School with a 2-1 record if they take the win here. Stanstead, looks like they put in an extra game for Stanstead as they are 1-2 currently. And so they're looking to draw even. All the teams have picked up a win in this 8-team division. But only one has not picked up a loss. And that's the Blazers out of Winnipeg.
She receives 2 minutes for body checking. Time of the penalty 14-14, first period. Carmichael for body checking 14-14.
And so Carmichael goes to the box. As this is played to the point, from point, from high to low. Back up to the top in the middle. To the right, left side, the other right. And this one with enough velocity that it wrapped back around, and Stanstead had to chase back into their own area. And so here we have Pion on the right wing side. Refreshments coming in from the Stanstead bench. 4.5 to go in the period, scoreless. 40 seconds remaining in the power play here for Stanstead. This is brought back to McPhee. McPhee across to Malloy. Shot down through traffic as that gets deflected. And this will be slung down the length of the ice. And now a giveaway. That was Devlin coming in, sneaking in to the passing lane. And a clack, clack, clack. As Carmichael emerging from the penalty box, racing across to the bench. And now an opportunity for a breakaway. Could not connect on that one as Taylor was just coming off the bench, replacing Carmichael. Played down low to the backhand. And Tremblay escaping any further trouble. Move it, move it. As this is played from the half wall down. Chased down by McPhee. As Farrell carried it out to neutral ice, maintaining possession, passing it. And that'll go down for icing. 2:51 remaining first period action. We have zeros on the scoreboard. Shots on goal category 5-2 favoring Naha. As this is picked up by Scharfman. Sent around to Bauer. Bauer angles it out as that gets deflected up high in the air. Played across to the near side. This is Bouchard. Bouchard from the left wing side, feeding it inside. As that was a very nice sequence of passes from left wing to center to weak side. And as well as you can stage an attack, Stanstead looking for the icebreaker. They came close earlier. And an errant pass that will break the forecheck up. This is chased down by Blanchette. Is this interesting at all? All of Stanstead's skaters with sweater numbers under 25, 25 and under. That keeps things pretty tidy. From the left point, top of the circle on the left wing side. Give and go.
She receives 2 minutes for interference. Time of penalty 18:04.
And a break here, short-handed from the right side. That's Pringle. Pringle gets one on net. Denied, but important nonetheless. As that kills off some time, and it gets the short-handed team up into the offensive zone. A face-off win here for Stanstead could go a long way. And Naha comes up with possession. As that's tossed down the length of the ice. No icing here. From the left wing side, Naha getting in. This is Devlin. Played around the corner by Carmichael. Played across to Taylor. Taylor from the top of the circle. Shot deflected wide. Loose out in front, and a close call as Tremblay was flailing around in the crease area. Devlin was oh so close on the side doorstep from the weak side as that puck came around. Nice little poke check there. Who is that? That's LaBreche. You want to mark that down in your scouting notebook. LaBreche with a poke check, reversing the momentum for Naha. And once again, LaBreche causing some difficulties. And in the net, Lavoie is getting ready to exit. And so that'll close out one period of play. At the end of one, we're still scoreless. Lavoie still a few seconds left on the penalty. Will come out of the intermission and into the second period, starting off with Lavoie in the box, and then immediately thereafter the puck drop, Lavoie will exit and we'll be back to full strength. Scoreless in Lake Placid. You're watching JWHL Hockey on YouTube. We'll be right back. Uh, 2018.
Started play-by-play, so we went from video to my play-by-play. Eddie does a bunch of other stuff, but it was all more. He drove his team on big.
I'll tell you what. When
December 16th and 17th, the tournament that we're doing, Sarah Placid in Santa Ana Lake. We want to do all this there.
December 16th and 17th.
And then the Adirondack, the D1 college, they want you to be their studio host. They want to do an in-house studio, and they want you to be the host. So it's my idea. I want credit.
So you get 5%?
No, I don't want any money. I want you to know that I'm working out for you. And I suggested you, and so Horta wants to hire you to be the in-studio host for that tournament. You want to do it?
Which tournament is it? Send me the dates. December 16th and 17th is the one.
Clarkson, University of Arizona.
All righty, welcome back, folks, as we open up second period action. We're back to full strength as we had promised. It would only be but a puck drop away from Lavoie getting out of the penalty box as we resume action here in a scoreless game thus far between Naha and Stanstead. For those of you just joining, in the red sweaters with a white trim, that's Naha, North American Hockey Academy. And in the white sweaters with red trim, that is Stanstead College, a high school team out of Quebec. For those of you Americans who are unfamiliar with the educational system in Canada, college is the name for high school, secondary school, effectively. And if I'm wrong, well, kudos to me. I love being wrong every once in a while. It's too much pressure to be right all the time. As Stanstead sends it up into middle ice from the left wing side. Stanstead has been looking for that icebreaker. As we get a look in here, waiting for a pass up at the right point, but nothing coming, as that's Blanchette. Several players down at the half wall. Blanchette drifting back into the point area. Move it, move it. Wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Oh, we've got time as they are not doing anything with the puck. Finally, it gets out. And now played across the center stripe. 1-on-4 right now. Drawing cover to get some fresh skates out on the ice. And now here we are in the Stanstead zone. This is Tremblay guarding down low. Paddle on the ice. Played out around towards the right point. Chipped down towards the wing. Shot. Meatball. And Tremblay with a stop. On a nice, hard, sharp wrister as we get a look in at the young netminder. Setting up the face-off to Tremblay's left side. Naha coming up with possession. Coming around to the near side. That was hurled down low. Skabinski on the ice now for Naha. Up at the point area, number 5. Shot. As that one is bothered out towards the far side corner. And now played back out to neutral ice. Naha coming in with heavy defensive pressure coming. Played from the blue stripe. Popped out to neutral ice. Naha able to tag up just in time. And Stanstead possesses. Played across ice, and that pass did not have its mustard on it. Shot paddled away. Close call there as Lobiser able to get a shot off. Not much on it, but that pass cross ice, you've seen it happen before. The puck gets stuck on a heel. There's a whizzer that goes wide of the net. We've got shots out there. Certainly, Naha leading in that category, 7-4. And now here comes Farrell. Farrell sends it up ahead. Check that. Malloy sends it up ahead to Tremblay. One of the Tremblay sisters. Played behind the net. And a tough break there for Naha. As this is played up into neutral ice, that'll make it all the way down for icing. And so we'll go ahead and walk that one back up to the Stanstead zone. Stanstead avoiding danger in that last sequence. It better be. Oh, and there's your icebreaker from the low slot. A little tic-tac-toe with 3 Naha skaters down in that little triangle area below the hashes. And you can hear the terrible cheering. And that's not a judgment. That is an accurate description. It sounds like some kind of terror out there, as when they all get in full throat cheering, it sounds, I think my producer said it sounds like a bunch of people on a roller coaster shrieking.
The Bulls assisted 5 and 10. The second period. Keller assisted 5 and 10.
And so chalk that one up for Keller. And so early second period action, just about 5 minutes in, and we've got a 1-0 game. And here is where we see those earlier timeouts. Timeouts do not have to be held until desperation. Sometimes they are used to level out the barometer, stem the flow, get everybody refocused. We have seen instances where a timeout is not used when it definitely should have been used, and that is in that desperation time. It's when you'll often see it towards the tail end of a game. We have seen a timeout in the first period once before in preparing for a 5-on-3 power play. And so the countdown timer and so a little bit of encouragement coming from the Stanstead bench as we hear the thunder sticks. As this is played out towards the far side. And now Stanstead racing in with a shot on net. And Sheen comes up with a stop, gathering up the loose puck. A good start for Stanstead as they come out of the timeout with an attack. Played off the corner. Naha looking for the exit. This is sent out around to Carmichael. Carmichael absorbing some contact. Again, the difference between contact and a body check is much more clear for the officials. Played out of the slot. Up ahead to Carmichael on the right wing. A little bit of poke checking, and now the puck bouncing around. That gets to be dangerous time when you have that puck dribbling its way through the slot in traffic, as you just never know where the sticks are coming from. Feels a lot like pond hockey in that way, where a puck becomes unpredictable more often in pond hockey. You find it bounce around and such. And when you get that kind of action out in front of the net, you start seeing sticks swatting at a bouncing puck. And when you're close enough, that puck will rise right up and beat a blocker or a glove quite easily. As this is played to the near side, out across neutral ice, absorbing contact. Gallagher lays a shot on French. Now coming up forcefully with the puck in the far side corner. Played up ahead, and this is Cohen. Cohen working around a check. And now Stanstead looking for the attack. Tossed up ahead by Pion. Opportunity down around the back of the net, trying to stuff it in, and denied by Sheehan. And so Sheehan right now, 6 saves on 6 shots. Keeping a clean net. 11:49 remaining second period action as we get close to the midsection of regulation. Angled out across the face-off circle. Stanstead looking for some attacking opportunities. Oh, what a great coordinated pass. Put right on the stick as Tremblay able to get a shot off. You can't ask for it to be served up any better than that. And now here's Blanchette. Forced off of the puck. Getting some support as Blanchette races off to the bench. And Stanstead will replace as we see McIntyre up at the point with a wrister, gets a redirect down low. And that's Arsenault down in the slot area, trying to get a shot off. Played around from the corner. This is Tremblay, the Rosalie variety. Played out from the corner. And a tangled mess in the corner as a couple of players getting their sticks caught up with one another. We saw something similar yesterday where we had conjoined face masks. You don't often get to use that word in hockey. Conjoined, yeah. Their face masks got interconnected, and so it took a moment while they... Yeah. On the side, it happens sometimes. It's too close for comfort. Opponents. Yes, from the spectator side of things, yes, it is better. We always like to see a little bit of the adversarial connection out there on the ice. And there's a broken play. Stanstead continuing to hang around, down by 1. Here's a shot up into the glass. And now a nice little retrieval and pass by LeBreche. Battle behind the net. Once again, a North American battle here as Naha looking to own North America with this game. This is Canada versus USA. Canada in white with the red trim, represented by Stanstead College out of Quebec. And out of the greater Boston area, representing the Americans, North American Hockey Academy, Naha. From the left side, holding off with a drop pass off the mark as that gets stolen. Here's Trombley. Trombley with a shot blocker down, rebound. Great play by Rosalie Trombley, getting the shot off and racing up ahead for the rebound. And it looks like that kind of agitation in the offensive zone does its job to create a penalty, and Stanstead will go to the power play as Taylor sits for 2 on slashing. I expected to see more slashing yesterday on Friday the 13th. I did not see quite as much. You don't see many horror films about interference, do you?
Right, but the players think that the referees are going to allow slashing yesterday.
I did not know that, but this just in, they were going to give a little leeway on the slashes yesterday because of Friday the 13th. This is false news, by the way. I have to interject. No slashing penalties. There are no slashing. Because nobody took advantage of the waiving. What do they call it? Amnesty. Slash amnesty. You heard it here first, folks. Slash amnesty. Woo! Gosh, when I hear him announce that, it sends shivers up my spine or down my spine. I can't remember which one is appropriate. A nice half clapper as that was sent off the stick of Emma McIntyre. You do actually, I was thinking about it, you hear more about slasher films. You don't hear as much about interference films, but there are those ones that are like the glitch ones, you know, those, yeah, it's like on Poltergeist, or what's that? Yes, that is avoir accroché for those French out there, the hooking penalty, to have hooked, avoir accroché. No tripping penalties. That is funny. That is funny. You know why? Because it's true or because it's not true. I don't know. You know, they try to tell me that something is funny because it's true, but I also have found things funny that aren't true. So, what's the deal? What's the deal? And where is William Shatner when you want him to tell you what the deal is? Oh, it's a Priceline, isn't it? Yeah. Shot on net and Sheehan covering up. So yes, you do see some interference horror movies, and that's those ones where it's like the cell phone is kind of like bugged, or like you see the bug. Yeah, it's all different. What else is there? Cross-checking. Is there cross-checking? Okay, yeah. Enemy of the state. Thank you, Matt. Matt will go on to the semifinal round in our trivia game. And now rushing in, going to the forehand, sticked away, trying to get a rebound off of it, and no can do. Stanstead looking to reverse the direction here with some numbers, but an errant pass a little bit too far away kind of stalled that attack. So we're down to 6:20 remaining in second period action. Folks, if it sounds like we're having a good time behind the scenes, we apologize if that offends you. But hopefully it doesn't offend you, because I think everybody's having a good time. This is some really tight hockey action. Two very competitive teams. We've seen some great, well-coordinated plays out there. Sequences of passes that have led to some attacking opportunities. Here's a shot as we speak, paddled away. And that is cross-checking. That, well, it depends. It depends.
I'm pretty sure she got 2 for bench pressing.
2 for bench pressing. Was that?
Bench press.
That's not a major, right? Not a major. Not maxing out on the bench press. Careful, use the proper form, folks. Proper form. And sign it in triplicate. Played up to the left point. As we're looking at a Naha power play.
She receives 2 minutes for cross checking. Time of the penalty 14-13.
Was
Period. Malloy for cross checking at 14-13.
But bench pressing is not allowed now.
It is, well, I mean, with as many people on the bench, I would not advise bench pressing. You will probably tear a pectoral muscle. As this is played down to the near side corner. And folks, you'll be able to see either of us at the local comedy open mic. We do occasionally have them over in Saranac Lake over at the Garagerie. Have you heard of that? They do a cringe night comedy. Yep. Yes, indeed. A little bit here and there. We get some stand-up comedy coming through the area. In fact, over at the Lake Placid Center for the Arts this evening, 8 p.m., there will be some players out of, they're improv comedy players out of Montreal, but the group is organized by a gentleman named Joe Canto out of Paul Smith College. He is a business management teacher there, but he also teaches improv comedy, and he's got a troupe out of Montreal that's in town here, performing at the Lake Placid Center for the Arts tonight, one time only, Saturday the 14th, 8 p.m.
So if you're in Montreal or Boston, drive on up.
Oh yeah, and if it's too late for you to get here by that time, just look for your local comedy venue and go enjoy some improv comedy. As this is played up ahead to Carmichael. Carmichael unable to grab it, but able to chip it without the icing call. And then reunites with the puck on the far side corner. What are the chances? That puck has a magnet in it to Carmichael's stick as this is fed into the low slot. A quick cut across the slot. As that was Cohen racing through, looking for an opportunity to attack. As we're just outside of 3 minutes remaining in this second period. Naha skating in the red sweaters, leading 1-0. And Stanstead looking to equalize. The sooner the better. Long wind-up, shot through traffic, and held on to by Sheehan. Just a reminder for all of you who have tuned in on JWHL YouTube channel, when we go to the break, it's going to be the extended variety. So we're going to recut the sheet. It'll get glazed over. It'll look really tasty out there. So you'll have yourself a good 10 to 15 minutes of stretch time. Grab yourself some food, beverage. Move some furniture if you want. You got enough time. You got 2 hands. You got friends gathered in the den with you. Or in the cave. Could be in the cave. Some people, they like a cave. As this is sent down into the Naha zone, 2.5 to go. And we'll see if Stanstead can equalize before we go to the break. It has been tight. Shots on goal almost even, 15 to 14. The 1 shot difference being seen on the scoreboard, 1-0. As this is played up to Malloy. Malloy down through the slot as that goes just wide. Off the end board rebound, looking for an opportunity to get a shot on net. Here's Malloy once again from up top. Goes to the left side, top of the circle. And we'll get a call on that one. Riding a little bit too high on that contact. And that right there. That's going to be an elbow. Indeed, that was just following through there, but when you follow through throwing the shoulder and the elbow comes up, you're going to get called on an elbow penalty. Head, toes, knees, and head, nose, knees, and toes, but no elbows. You can check with anything else, but no elbows.
She receives 2 minutes for elbow. Time of the penalty, 17:55. Second period.
And so,
17:55.
played from the left wing side. Up towards the blue stripe, back down to the left wing. Centering pass, a nice play in the middle as that disrupts things. And guess what, folks? You got yourself an opportunity for a shorthanded goal, and you get it. What a play as that started right back in the Stanstead zone, and this is why they say, and I want to call out number 8 right now, that's Rosalie Tremblay, racing up, getting into the passing zone, breaks up the pass, forces the break, and Rosalie and Maxime, the Tremblay sisters, racing up ahead into the offensive zone. Rosalie to Maxime and into the back of the net. That is your equalizer right there. And we'll stand by to make sure we get the official call correct here.
Stanstead College Royal scored shorthanded by number 11, Maxime Tremblay. Assisting in the goal, number 8, Rosalie Tremblay. Time of the goal, 18:55. Second period. Tremblay shorthanded at 18:35.
The familiarity between teammates is invaluable, and even that much more so when you are familiar from the same house.
Rarely see 2-on-0 shorthanded. They want to be ready to go like that.
It is hard to do, and it is a risk that you have to be careful about, because if you turn it over, you are even further shorthanded going the other way. A great play, and this is why I really want to say shout out to Rosalie on that pass breakup. And Carmichael Accrochet in the penalty box. And this is Carmichael's second penalty of the game. Now, yes, indeed, I am just as excited to see goals scored in any sport, but I am also excited to see the things that create those opportunities, and oftentimes it's the intangible. You won't see that in a stat line where Rosalie gets in the passing lane and breaks down a power play, but that right there, if that doesn't happen, and that is just in the effort of trying to kill a penalty. And so that'll close out the second period of action. What a flurry of excitement on the tail end there as we close out the second period. A broken play from the penalty killers, getting in the lane. Sisters able to break it up and send it the opposite way on a breakaway. Rosalie to Maxime Tremblay, and that's your equalizer. And that's where we stand right now at the end of 2. All tied up at 1 apiece. It's been a great game thus far. We'll stand around for a moment and come back with third period action from the 1980 rink in Lake Placid, New York. You're watching JWHL Hockey on YouTube. We'll be right back.
so much fun, man. I could do this all day, every day. And in Can-Am, I realize I'm going to be color with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to set it all up so that when I run down, and then, but not just me. I want to put the pairings in, like we did for Marathon Ice. That best colors, we'll call it coffee with blend or something. And now it's time, like in the middle of the second period, you're like, and now it's time for coffee with blend.
Or how about nose picking like that?
But we can do so much. Just have fun with it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it'll sell those games. If people come in and this is set up right behind you, they're gonna be like, fucking hell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this is pull marketing, where a prospective customer is curious about something. You don't have to push to them; they come to you.
Yeah, that's a good word. I'd call it gorilla, but it's not gorilla.
Pull.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that gorilla can't be part of it, because gorilla
Gorilla's
marketing.
more like subtle.
But that
Gorilla's more subtle.
actually, gorilla can be quite in your face.
Yes, but it's like you don't realize you're being marketed, so you're having fun with it.
Yeah. And it's also a lot of times guerrilla marketing is this last minute street team for a band or something like that. They just run out there like, well, I've got flyers and everything like that. It is pushed in some sense, but if it is done in such a way where it may appear on the outside as harried, people who are on the outside will start to, what's going on? So they'll come to see what's being advertised.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hashtag money just color.
So he's leaving,
Okay.
but ours is perfect for what's his name's coming in because he'll be Matt's out. So I'll set this up where he can stand on one side, play-by-play will stand on the right, cameraman will be in the back, and I'll let Gus know and guys have fun with it. Oh, we can do it. I mean, can we do it with him? We don't have anything to mic him up.
But
Get AirPods.
no, but what
But
I might suggest for your own sake, for your promotional opportunity, get yourself a lab mic that you record onto, so that you can start doing some note taking. That's stuff you can do on a smartphone for one. But if you were to just go ahead and clip a mic onto here that has the capacity to record as well. I know that Zoom, this company, does these little tiny things
Oh, I've seen
that
that.
are field mics. And you can just be behind it, and if you want to go ahead and talk to it and take notes along the way, where you're taking or commentary type stuff, or where you're talking about your organization, whether it's the time or whether it's doing really well, these are thoughts that you're having right back there. You're brainstorming all of this time. Go ahead and hand it off to whoever's managing the process and have them just sit through and see if there's anything worth taking. You're just basically highlights a source of content in a library, and somebody can just pull out little bits. It's like if you took a reel of 30 pictures. I don't need 3 pictures, but I took 30. So pick 3 pictures. I don't care what you change. Same thing with the voices. It's like you got snapshots, but it's not voice, right? And you're off and say, hey, go ahead and throw yourself together a 10-second soundbite, 30-second soundbite, whatever the case is. It also gives voice and personality. This is going to give that sense of personality. Good stuff. It's fun. We're having too much fun. Is that come back this morning?
No, it's the director. Come on, a little younger, not much, but it's great. What's it doing?
I think I've found, I was in Sweden, I think I found another hotel. Or if you have was there another organization that you were working with? That's another another guy started this in 2007. He was part of a different CFO. It might have been because I was starting to see like, okay, so either
exposure. And a lot of times there's like, there are more teams than there are commentators. There's that need and there's opportunity. Sometimes if you got so many things going on in an expansion effort, there can be a couple of things that you miss. Sometimes somebody knocks on the door and says, I don't know what to do. And then they say, let us mull this over and see, because then they realize, oh, we have access to it. So it's a little easier. And I think that's what I was doing, was researching for that opportunity, because I'm starting to see these different units that are opening up and stuff. And I see a good level of organization and response. A little bit easier to production. Too much effort going. You know, then that's benefit for them, but that has nothing is crazy. More dynamic. It doesn't take long for people to get familiar with one another. So they're working in close quarters on a regular basis. We also do like you have a remote microphone, you have a kick show, that was cool for the listening things. Something with a continuity. So they were learning how to easy stuff. It comes pretty naturally with the prevalence of the electronics that they use for everybody to do it. Like there is upon everybody to start learning how to do it. What are some ways that go back to the legacy format where it's really expensive to get into it, or they know how to use the buffer programming part of it. And that's all they need to do is have some of the programming. And they will also be trailblazers.
So you got the next one? You want to do that one? Oh, 16.
But I can come up with
I mean,
and this is one of those things also on the audio side. If you start having headsets available, you can at least communicate something kind of like sideline communication where you can ask a question and get something back. You may not hear the person's voice on the broadcast, but the person who is doing the voice on the broadcast can be retrieving information. Like I'm on the line, I'm on the headset with the person in the other rig asking some questions. Here's the question that was answer, that kind of thing. It keeps it live, it keeps people tuned in, it makes them feel like they're the fly on the wall. You don't have to see the sideline reporter. You get the feeling that you're the sideline reporter.
I know that. I've been talking to her all day about
Providence, when you're in Albany, are we looking for
Are you coming back in?
we'll try. We have to get it. Do you have sponsors? Have you considered any of that kind of stuff? Well, begging for sponsors.
I don't know how to value it. Maybe you do. But I'm telling you, I've got a ton of backspace. We could be rocking a sponsor. And we rock unique ways, impactful ways. Not just boring ways. There's a lot of unique ways that I have that can really impactfully reach audiences. And hyper-focus. So get
Public service announcements.
schools.
Universities do this stuff. You're watching a organization from? What you're asking for, I advertise now, are you looking for a mom-and-pop shop or a small business, small medium enterprise? What you'd be looking for is something that's a enterprise design where it's just kind of yeah, workforce organizations, enterprise groups, large organizations. So if everything from JWHL is moving into university, so you can get universities that might be able to jump in.
Okay, are you ready?
I don't know. Even transportation partners, that kind of thing.
I'm ready. You ready? Alrighty, folks, welcome back. You know, I've been sitting on the edge of my seat for so long, just a little tiny section of my posterior has fallen asleep for as long as I've been on the edge of my seat during that intermission. As we return to third period action, Carmichael in the box as Stanstead, having drawn even just recently, we're tied up at 1 apiece. Stanstead in white, Naha in red. Naha held a lead for quite some time, and then a shorthanded goal facilitated by the broken play with Rosalie Tremblay getting in a passing lane in the defensive zone and able to create a break. Rosalie and Maxime Tremblay, sisters, skated up into the offensive zone, and a quick handoff from Rosalie to Maxime, who's carrying the puck right now, yielded the tying goal. And that's where we're at right now, the beginning of third period. My name is Glenn Burnett with the play-by-play and color commentary alongside our smooth operating cameraman, Matt Scheller. And that is an understatement, as Matt covers a whole bunch of things. And now Naha, having killed off the remainder of the penalty. One more opportunity here as Stanstead looking to attack. It's been an exciting weekend. I've enjoyed participating in this JWHL presentation. I have enjoyed the organization, done some research on the group previously, just to get familiar with some of the stuff that's happening out there in the hockey market, particularly as it relates to invitationals and showcases, special events. And so it's good to be here. This is my second day and fourth game of this day. Watched 5 of them yesterday. One went into sudden death overtime. That was a lot of fun. Shot blockered away. Rebound goes wide. We got a pair of games to close out the weekend tomorrow. We'll be back online for a couple more U19 games. That's going to be the undefeated Balmoral Hall Blazers against Pacific Steelers. 2 Canadian teams. It'll be the first all-Canadian game that I will cover. The Pacific Steelers out of Richmond, BC, British Columbia. That is not too far from Vancouver, British Columbia, a place I visited during the 2010 Winter Olympics. What a great time that was. Got a chance to ski Whistler Blackcomb. Beautiful place. I think we were over 7,000 elevation as we continue in the Stanstead offensive zone. Stanstead looking to grab up a lead here. Both teams very well matched. Not only in look, but in shooting and scoring. All tied up at 1 apiece, 18-17 in the shots on goal category. Stanstead now leading in that department as this is whaled all the way down to the other end. A very quick icing. And so we set up a face-off to Sheehan's left side. Played around to the near side, and Taylor looking to clear the zone. This is tossed wide of the net as Tremblay picks it up at the half wall. And now a break here. Dropping back is Pion. And slowing down the attack, but not shutting it down entirely. Played across center ice. Chucked up ahead. Now we chased down by Tremblay. That is the Maxime variety. Actually, we got the sisters in the corner right now. Here's Taylor on the right side, tossing it down towards the end wall. Eased away by Tremblay. Goaltender is of no relation to the Tremblay sisters, other than sharing the same last name. As this ricochets through the face-off circle. Played into neutral ice. Here's Tremblay. And a close call here with the freshly glazed ice. That puck slid a little bit quickly along the ice, and Naha was almost able to get into an attacking position from it, as this is picked up by Malloy. Stolen back and now rushing in, squaring up for the shot as that's paddled away by Tremblay. 14.5 to go in regulation as Sheehan comes out and hands off the puck. Fresh skates out on the ice for Stanstead. Here's Carmichael. Carmichael's been in the penalty box a couple of times today. 3 to be exact. Carmichael with 6 penalty minutes. In fact, absorbing the bulk of penalty time. As this is played up to the half wall. Carmichael tossing it out into neutral ice. And an opportunity, drop pass shot, as that gets deflected wide. A great setup right there as Devlin, the recipient of a beautiful pass. And now on the other side, Labreche. And watch for Labreche. There is a clapper as that rises up. Meatball. And Sheehan holds on to that one. And so reinforcements coming in for Naha. Stepping in. As this is played out of the corner, this is Tremblay with a wrister from the impossible angle, and Sheehan hanging on to it. Here's Tremblay playing it down low. Out to the right point. wrister as that one bends. Dipping down at the base of the end boards at the tail end of that shot. Played out of the corner. And right now, Naha looking like they're trying to kill off a penalty in the way that they are backing off of the puck handler. Into the middle, shot goal. Tremblay with the wrister from long range, getting that one to work around the upper 90 on the right side. What a slingshot, Ricky Bobby, as Tremblay notches goal number 2. And how nonchalantly that one went through the air. And Stanstead now getting their first lead of the game. Just a tick inside of 13 minutes remaining in regulation. Stanstead up 2-1. As this will be skated back down into the Naha zone. And Sheehan getting some reassurance from teammates as Cohen skating down in that low slot area, indicating don't sweat it, forget it. Oh, there you go. That's my trademark phrase for any of those detergent brands out there. You need a trademark phrase, don't sweat it, forget it. As this is played down into the corner, shoved out towards the far side is Malloy looking for the exit. And now a nice little chip here as Tremblay and so bear with me a second here, as that was Maxime from Bouchard and Rosalie Tremblay. So the sisters have combined again on points. In both cases, Maxime coming up with the goals, and Rosalie the second assist on Maxime's second goal. As this is played from the half wall. Out across to Carmichael. Carmichael with help, out in front, an opportunity to equalize, could not get it on the stick, as Fredrickson was skating up on the left wing side. As this is played down for icing. As this is dropped back to the blue line, out across to Taylor. Taylor with a shot shouldered away by Tremblay. As this is played around to the half wall and then tossed back down to the corner from the half wall. Feeding into the slot area. Stanstead comes up with it. We're even strength here as we see some aggressive play by Lebreche. That is a signature of hers, aggressive play. Likes to pester the puck handler. Shot into the night. Out of play. That'll set up a face-off. And so we set up to Tremblay's right side. In a face-off circle, that's Pringle. As Bauer patiently up at the right point. saving the zone. Cross ice pass into the slot area. Kick save by Tremblay. Poke checked up towards the blue line, and Bauer with it. Bauer through traffic, redirected. Kick save, and Tremblay able to hold on to it. That went through a screen, very difficult to see things coming through. 9:47 remaining. Third period action. And now racing up ahead, looking for some insurance. Who could it be? Looking for the Hattie? Tremblay working around the net as this drops back into neutral zone. Tossed down to the end wall, chased in. It's Naha looking for the exit here. That's Pajarski carrying the puck. Up ahead to Gallagher. Gallagher veering out to the right side, forced to the perimeter. Guarded by Lavoie. Played down in the far side corner. Lavoie comes away with possession. Up ahead to Tremblay, and now Tremblay to Tremblay. Over to Carmichael. A poke check puts Carmichael on the ice, but no tripping on that. That was a play on the puck. Nice little chip as this comes over to Labreche. Labreche inside, shot, goal. That one slipped right by. One would have to look at the mask to see if there was a hole there, because that one slipped through quite mysteriously just above the shoulders of Sheehan. And Stanstead now with a 3-1 lead. After trailing 1-0, Stanstead with 3 unanswered goals. And so Borg comes up with that one. And it looks like Tremblay comes up with, check that, Labreche.
Assisting on the goal number 10, Charlotte Labreche. Time of the goal, 11:29.
And so Labreche getting the assist on the Borg goal. And now it is imperative. Naha needing a response here. 8 minutes remaining in regulation time. Naha struck first. We'll see if they can remain composed and not play outside of themselves. Shot. Iron. From the half wall. Down to the corner. Naha with some control here. They'll go ahead and retreat and reset, and an errant pass as Taylor, frustrated for not keeping a crisp pass, which finds Naha deep in their own zone and just barely able to get out. What was initially started as them pulling out of the offensive zone temporarily just to reset, which showed great composure, ended up falling apart. And now here they find themselves fighting to get possession back. Played out across neutral ice. And now deflected into the offensive zone. This will be played across the low slot. Intercepted momentarily and just barely getting in on schedule. As Stanstead back into the offensive zone. And this will be taken away by Gallagher. As Gallagher sends it up ahead, they'll get some fresh skates out on the ice. Naha looking to get back on the board, trailing by 2. Now, there is a potential that they can pose a big threat in the offensive zone and draw a penalty, and perhaps that will help them out. And it looks like they might have such a penalty coming, as Carmichael had her skates lifted out from under her. And Carmichael playing it back to the point. Empty net right now, and that will blow it dead. And so Naha with an opportunity here as they will skate 5-on-4. And so with 5:39 remaining in regulation, and it looks like we've got a timeout here. Naha taking this timeout. As good a time as any. Not quite the desperation timeout, but it's getting there. They're down by 2, 5.5 to go, 5:39 to be exact. Is not going to be a walk in the park. They're going to have to sharpen up their technical play and see if they can't just close the gap by 1. One play at a time, pass at a time, make sure everything is clean, well handled. And there goes the buzzer that closes out the timeout period. Naha a little bit slow getting back out on the ice here. Got to be careful not to draw a penalty for a delay of game. And so on the ice for Naha, Devlin, Carmichael, Tulloch on the backside, Keller up at the point. And a break here as Tremblay does it again, disrupting the pass play.
She receives 2 minutes for try. Time of the penalty 14-21. The third period.
Once again, Rosalie Tremblay taking a calculated risk, getting into the passing lane up by the blue line. And it is like deja vu. Is it deja vu? They are skating shorthanded and tried to pull that same play off. That is a risk that many would not want to take, as it leaves you vulnerable on the back end for the defensive side. With 4:40 remaining in regulation, this will be handled by Sheehan. Angle up ahead to Carmichael. Carmichael off to the right wing side. Fredrickson on this line. And now here's a break for Labreche. Labreche with a shot, save Sheehan, rebound, and Sheehan covering up. What a nail biter there, as Sheehan had to face a very aggressive Labreche. And when you've got aggressive players like that, you just don't know which way they're going to twitch. And you've got to be careful not to commit too soon. Sheehan holding out, coming up with a puck. And there it is again. You see some of these skaters play around with different ways to approach defense and shutting down their opponent. As this is played out towards the blue stripe. Holding it in, that's Bojarski. As we have full strength now, 5-on-5, 3:33 remaining in the third, down 3-1. Bojarski sends it out towards the left side. Loose puck picked up. Bajarski has a goal and an assist over the course of the weekend. As this is played. Now there is that sense of freedom that you gain when you have a 2-goal lead, where you can start agitating the opponent, see if you can't force them into some misplays. We saw something favorable as we see at 3:07. We've got an empty net. 3:07, mark your calendars. Played out of the corner, across the slot. 6-on-5 right now. Played behind the net. Looking for a little bit of help, as this is tossed around the glass to the near side corner. A little bit of help coming from Keller. Played from down low, and Devlin getting a shot off at close range. Tremblay coming up with a save. And now Tremblay with 24 saves so far. And Naha on the board once again. And now Sheehan will head back to the goal. With 2:24 remaining in regulation, Naha now to within 1. Whereby they started off 1-0. Stanstead went with 3 unanswered goals. Naha has answered. Carmichael getting in off schedule. That'll be offsides. And so here we are closing out regulation with 2:15 remaining.
Scored by number 3, Alana Devlin. Assisting on the goal, number 49, Maisie Bojarski. Time of the goal, 17:36 in the third period. Devlin Bojarski at 17:36.
And so add another assist to Bajarski's weekend as we set up to Sheehan's right side. 1-goal game, 2:09 remaining in regulation. Played out to Taylor. And getting in a passing lane again is Tremblay. And that is troubling if by now you do not know the signature. Tremblay able to get down low, keeps good balance, and breaks up passes. Able to get that stick low, parallel to the ground, and has already shown that a few times, yielding great results. Here's Devlin dancing along the goal line. Played out across, picked up by Devlin as Devlin sends it down deep in the zone. Empty net now as this is sent out to neutral ice. 6-on-5 once again. Devlin hands it off to Carmichael. Carmichael from the right wing side. Played around the corner. Bajarski out on the ice. Keller helping as well as this comes off of the wall, down for icing. with 54 seconds, 54.6 to be exact. We head back down into the Stanstead zone. So suspenseful. Love the hat. 54.6 left on the clock. What's holding us up? Discussion here. As this is played back to the blue line, Naha needing to keep very accurate passing here. Devlin with it across the center stripe. Devlin with speed and agility, trying to get a shot on net. Devlin taking a hit behind the net. That will stall play out momentarily as this is played up and back, and that high-low pass a little bit rushed. And now 19 seconds remain. One last effort here. And who is it but Maxime Tremblay getting in there and really tying things up. And it looks like this is going to be all she wrote, as this is tied up along the near side. And though they put in a valiant effort towards the tail end of that period, Naha could not hold out. And Stanstead, out of Quebec, comes up with a victory. What a game that was. As both of those teams will gather at the center stripe. Plenty of talent there combined across both of those benches. A shout out to the Tremblay sisters for coordinating so well. For Rosalie getting into those passing lanes as much. Great job for all as both teams gather at the center stripe to exchange goodwill on the handshake line. Good game, yes indeed. Safe travels, good meals, and good luck. What a great day to be a hockey player. What a great day to play hockey. And so at the end of regulation, 3-2, Stanstead takes the victory. And so this is me signing off for my side of the broadcast. We're going to hand everything over to Captain Joe as he comes back. Good to see you again, Joe. As we wrap out the broadcast day for the audio commentary, my name is Glenn Burnett with play-by-play and color commentary. After watching a really exciting game between Stanstead and Naha, Stanstead taking the victory. That'll close out my 9th game for this weekend. It's been a great time here joining with the JWHL Hockey on YouTube. My name is Glenn Burnett saying we'll see you on the next one. And now, enjoy the visuals with Joe.